United States of America, in Japan, in China, which is the epicenter where the COVID-19 began, as the coronavirus, gained strength from. And we've had systems break down in Taiwan. We've had systems break down in the UK. The European Union, in its entirety, has also, gone to a state of lockdown, which we experienced right here in Nigeria as well. And this has brought untold hardship, to citizens across the world. Now, bringing it down to Nigeria, as of last year, things were really, really tough, right? So perhaps this was what informed the Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, to put in a pause, put in a hold on that very process that says that every eligible candidate who's seeking to gain admission into the tertiary, institutions must obtain an NIN registration process. First of all, just before you begin to register for JAM, for the exams, right? But then it brings to mind the fact that in the heat of a coronavirus, COVID-19 lockdown and all of that, it was not a feasible thing as of last year, so it was put on hold. However, this year, he has also said that it should begin, that process should begin. If you also look at it against the backdrop of the NSARS that happened, which was, of course, populated by the youths of the society, it brings to bear the fact that an idle mind is indeed a devil's workshop, like it's said, very popularly said. But then, if you're seeing that from that angle and you're saying, okay, there's a need to have an NIN registration number just before you get on with JAM, right, that there might be some positives derivable from that process. But then you must also understand the times that we live in. You must have weighed the pros and the cons. You must have commuted or consulted with stakeholders in the process just before getting to such a conclusion. And now, he has now said that it is a government policy. And it brings to bear, some questions, as one of it is the fact that whose interest should the government protect? Is it the interest of the people or the institution? Right. Are we not supposed to see the ease in the living standard of the average Nigerian? Now, how sustainable is this process? And is this not a distraction from burning issues? Are there no other matters when it comes to, the education sector that we should actually look into rather than create some sort of very strong processes that people may not be able to follow through with till the end that may seem to disenfranchise some eligibility, in the people who should write certain exams or who should undergo a certain course? These are the questions right there. And we have our guest, who is in the person of boss, Mr. Osai Ilome, standing by virtually, and he'll be doing some justice to the topical issue, which borders around the fact that the NIN, the compulsory NIN registration of Jambites in Nigeria. Mr. Osai Ilome, are you there?
Yes, boss. I'm here. Good morning.
That's right. Good to know that you are there, right? How are you doing today, though?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Okay, that's good to know. So, Mr. Osai Ilome, are we ready to have this discourse, especially when it concerns the compulsory NIN registration for Jambites in Nigeria? Are you good to go?
Yes, we are good to go. So let's roll.
Very well, then. Let me roll out a few things just for to set a background as a tone for the conversation, right? Now, the Minister of Education sometime last year had come out to saying that there was a need for, JAM, that's the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, to synergize with the NIMC, right? That's the body that is known to cater for the national identity numbers, right? Which is the NIN. And that when we look at it in the heat of 2020, it is notable the fact that there was a COVID-19 and loads of lockdowns,